All right, I have gone live. Let's see. Might need to turn on my disco light. That's how bright it is. Uh, that's bright. I don't know if I want to be that bright. Turn it down a little bit. Is that bright enough? Maybe. Let me need to turn it. Let me see if I can turn it this way. Get it like this. That bright? That's too bright, ain't it? That's too bright. Might just be a little too bright there. Might be a little too bright there. Hey guys. Hey, we're not starting just yet. We are, well, I'm live, but I'm not starting the thing just yet. Just allowing myself to be in the studio and also share. So I appreciate you coming on in. So it'll be just a few minutes because we want to bring in Instagram on over here. So let's see. I need to mute that, huh? Nope, that's not what I want. How's everybody doing today? And I appreciate you being patient with me while I am sharing this here. Copy link. Boop. Link has copied. Put it in there. Boop. Got that. Put it in there. Boop. Got that. Put it in there. And guys, and sharing is becoming very difficult when it comes to Facebook because they want to stop spamming and whatnot. So if you know anyone that has MS or there's a caregiver that you would like to share the feeds with, by all means, please share. And the more that we share with each other and people in general, the easier this becomes available for people to recognize who we are, what we go through. I know it's a lot of people that probably don't really might not get that part, but let me make sure that we are public here as well. Gotta change that. Let's see. Want to make sure everything is good before we go. Yep, we're public. Great, cool. All right. So, not sure if anyone's saying anything, so I would do that. And I also got some rolls in the oven, so I may take a quick split-second break to run in the kitchen right quick. Actually, I need to run in there right now. I just want to make sure. Let's see. I don't see any comments popping up. I want to make sure I'm able to see the comments. Do it. Can anyone hear me? Are y'all able to hear me good? I don't know why the comments don't be coming up on the darn screen. Let's see. All right, so I got Mario, I got Miss Phillips. Okay, cool. There we go. Awesome. All right, y'all give me 1 second. coming. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming. Coming. Whee! So yeah, I'm working also while I'm working. Oh, I'm showing Instagram. I'm working while I'm working. Hey, Mr. Neck. And thank you for saying something on Mario and Miss Phyllis. Appreciate it. I'm not sure how, and it's saying I can bring Miss Phyllis to the camera. I wonder how that works. Huh. That'd be cool if I could, but I don't think I can. It even has that's weird. Write a post. All right, gotta do one more share and we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. All right. So just lost a couple people, but that's cool. We're 6 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and start Instagram here. 12 minutes on my other rows. All righty, boom. So, hello, Instagram. Instagram say hey to Facebook. Facebook say hey to Instagram. Kind of get that from a very lovely couple that talks about relationships on Sunday. They're really cool. But yeah. So if you didn't see the description on the title of what we're going to be talking about is why is it so important to find the right doctor or to make sure that you have the right doctor. I didn't state it like that, but that's pretty much what it is. So I normally cue in my intro, but I'm not doing this on the first couple of episodes, trying to just get back into everything. But I don't know about you guys, but I've had a couple of different neurologists. I've had a couple of primary care doctors. And again, Instagram, hey, if you see me walk away from the camera, I have something in the oven and I just have to get it out right quick. That goes for you guys too. So don't leave. It's just going to take me a couple of seconds, maybe a minute or two to go get it out. It's like right there. But so the big question is, how anybody that's watching right now or even watching later, because I go back and I respond to everyone that says something, every post that's commented, I go back and I reply to anything that's open in question to me, preferably. But how many of you guys are okay with the doctors that you have right now? Did I not go live? I'm guessing I didn't go live with my connecting. Oh, you're not live. Oh, well, Instagram, my bad. Sorry, Facebook. I gotta reintroduce myself to Instagram. Instagram, say hey to Facebook, Facebook, Instagram again. Yeah, so today is why finding the right doctor is very important. So Miss Phyllis on Facebook says that it wasn't easy, but I am very confident with the level. It isn't, to be honest with you. I really don't go by luck. I'm gonna say I was blessed because the person that diagnosed me, she's a very great doctor. It's just the area that I'm in. It is so it surprised the heck out of me because when I got diagnosed, I did not know the percentage of people that were diagnosed before me was large. And when I even find out that the number was large of the people that was being diagnosed after I got diagnosed, prior to the people that was diagnosed before I got diagnosed, it's crazy. And it was like, I've been literally walking around people. I met someone this weekend at a pop-up event that I had. It's like their table was next to me, and I was talking. I was like, unfortunately, I had to stop working. I have MS. And she's like, me too. And I'm like, dang, wow, that's weird. And so we had a very cool conversation. And so that's good to know that you do finally you're confident when it comes to that. And you also said, okay, you're confident of the care that your doctor gives you. And Dwayne on Facebook would like to ask a question, and that's sure. What's the question, sir? While I'm waiting for him to ask that question, go ahead and take that off. I moved because I wanted to get a little bit better care. And again, it doesn't say anything about my doctor that diagnosed me because I was actually driving 4 hours to come back to her. Dwayne would like to know, do I smoke marijuana? I used to. I haven't in a while. It wasn't on a regular basis, but I can sit and say that at the time I did do it. I got some relief off of it. I know that the center that I am involved with, they don't particularly involve themselves in prescribing or giving you a card for marijuana. I don't know too many doctors in the Georgia area. And if anyone's on that's in Georgia that could correct me, please, by all means, do so. Even if you're a doctor that's watching, I'm not sure if any doctors are or will watch, but please let me know. But the new relationship that I'm in, that kind of changed, younger kids, and I don't know, I just pulled away from it. And I gotta look. I still have some. It's just sitting there. I don't know. I just haven't been tempted to smoke it, but I can say when I did, I actually did an episode a couple of years ago about the strands of marijuana that you can use that's best for multiple sclerosis. It's on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I do have it on YouTube, but Facebook pulled it off due to, they said that I was promoting non-medical information. So it wasn't like, it's not legal to sit and say, hey, go smoke marijuana. So they pulled the video. They actually reported me themselves. And so, yeah, that happens with me a lot. But no, what about yourself? Is it something that you tend to do and it works for you? Instagram, I was asked a question about marijuana if you were just getting on, and I have used it before on a repeated basis. It just wasn't on a regular basis. Miss Phillips says on Facebook, yes, when I was diagnosed in June, I was very surprised at the many people I already know who told me they had MS. Yes, you'll be very surprised by after being diagnosed, how many people you come across. It's almost like getting a brand new car. Have you ever noticed when you get a brand new car, you start seeing that type of car everywhere, no matter where you go? When those cars actually have always been there, but it's it's more present now because you have that same car, and it just so it's just a weird thing though for me. But I feel like a brand new car. Definitely now since I've gotten back a few years ago, it's like it's folks are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, I got MS too. Oh, I know my cousin got MS. I know someone that has MS. But it opens up the conversation for me to talk about it as well. Not only does me doing my desserts open up the conversation for me to talk to someone, because they're wondering, what are you doing? What are you baking for? Or why are you doing these pop-ups? And hey, I'm unable to work. Not well, I'm not going to say that I can't work, but for me, working and doing something that I don't enjoy doing is very stressful for me. Even though baking is working, it is something that I enjoy doing. And so it's like I kind of got the best of both worlds. I'm able to make some money and I'm able to do what I want to do. So, and Mr. Dwayne basically adds to the marijuana does work for him. So again, guys, it's to each your own. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. Basically, what we're doing is just giving each other's information. And if it something that you would like to try, I'm like, go for it. But again, anything that we choose to try that we see someone says or come across, we do have to realize that we're taking ownership of this because we're doing it ourselves. Now, no one can force you to do anything. I can talk all day and say, you better do this, you better do that. And you still don't have to do it because I don't have a gun to your head. And you could always back out of this. If there's any information or any topics that are too risque for you that I'm talking about, by all means, it would not hurt my feelings for you to step out. Miss Phillips laughed about that car analogy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like once you start, there's some. So the conversation that me and a young lady was having it was about a particular doctor here that for some reason you don't hear great things about, and it is sad that I'm like, why is this doctor still in business? Definitely with them being a neurologist like that. And I personally, I may have heard once someone say, "Oh, I love that doctor," but I want to say 90% of the time when I hear somebody says, "Oh, this is my doctor," I go, "Ooh," and they say, "Yeah, right." Or they may have said, "That's who I used to have," and I'm looking for someone else. And that's like the saddest thing. My neurologist that I have now, he's great, but I do prefer the one before him. She is like awesome. Y'all see, if you're on the ICanBeatMS page, if you follow a like, you'll see me post her a lot. Her name is Dr. Mitzi Williams. She calls herself the nerdy neurologist on IG. So definitely, she's actually doing a live tonight at 7 o'clock. Definitely share it to the page. And if you're in our group, ICanBeatMS Warriors, I'm gonna share it in there too. She gives out great information. She's traveled a lot. She has a book out as well. The book is upstairs. I don't feel like running upstairs. All right, so that's my timer going off. I'm gonna step away in 1 minute. I don't want my stuff to burn. But again, think about it. Is your doctor right for you? And another thing that we spoke on was me personally, I need someone to talk to me. I need you to interact with me. I'm coming to you and I know what my body is feeling. So I need you to try to understand me versus me coming in and saying, hey, my leg is hanging off by the bone. And just because you see it it don't mean that's all that's going on. It may be something else. It may be some other stuff. Don't just automatically see my leg hanging and then say, okay, I'm gonna give you a shot. We're gonna sew it back on, and I'm gonna give you some ibuprofen, and you be good to go, sir. See you later, and walk off. Then I'm gonna be mad. Because I need to explain to you exactly what happened. You might not want to put it back on right then because there may be some infection in the leg. And, you have some doctors like that, or they don't have no great bedside manner. It's like extremely awful. So you have to really be careful about not speaking up. And hold that thought. I'm coming. I'm still here. I'm still here. Don't leave it. Just have to step away for a split second. Whee! All right. I'm about to step away one more time, but let's see. Miss Phillips says, speaking up in one, you agreeing with what I'm saying. Yeah, it's weird. How this disease has been out for so long and still it's not recognized like to be a legitimate disease. I know we have the MS Foundation, we have the MS Society, we have the MS Walks. Actually, me and my fiance was watching 911 Texas last night and catching up, binge watching and caught up on it. And one of the firefighters' sister has MS and he didn't even know it. He was wondering, his mom was sick and the mom called and said she was in the hospital. He got to the hospital. He was like, Mom, are you okay? She said, it ain't me, it's your sister. And come to find out she has MS. And, my fiance, we both looked at each other like, dang. It's like you're kind of, you're starting to see it show up in episodes and in the public view. And that's great. And why I say that's great, because that means that it's starting to become on the radar. It's starting to become real. Do I want it to be real? I don't want it to be real to a point that it's constantly just messing up people and their livelihoods. I want it to be real so that doctors could focus more on trying to help us, because we do more for each other by talking and being in our groups that we're in than going to see a doctor. And that's something that I was telling the young lady that I talked to Saturday. That's the sad part about it. A lot of these doctors, unfortunately, are out to get that pay because it's easier to get the pay and going on about your business. They got this lifestyle. You got to pay for the loans that you took out in order to become the doctor that you are. So, you have all that in play, but that still doesn't mean that you neglect your patients. 1 second. I'm coming. I'm still here. Still here. I'm coming. Still still here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Woo! Hey, Mr. Net. So just to show y'all what my business is, I bake. And I just had to get these out the oven. And so, yeah, that's why I left a couple of times. So if you're watching this after it's being recorded, it's pretty much why I left a couple of times. So by all means, please fast forward through those parts. But yeah, so crap, this is hot on my leg. It over there. Yeah. Okay. There it goes with that. All right, so back to the nitty-gritty. Hello, Miss Brenda. It's cool. There's a lot of people pulling up on Facebook. Miss Jean. Hey, Miss Jean, how you doing? You guys, and for those that are just coming in, you can go and look at some of the comments. Basically, what we're talking about is why is it important to find a doctor for you? You're like, what's the best fit? And I asked a question. So with a couple of people just pulling in, have you come across noticing that your doctor right now, regardless if it's the neurologist or your primary care, is not for you? We had a couple of people speak on that, you know, they're very comfortable with the doctor that they have now. I can say I'm comfortable with my doctor that I have now, but I just miss my previous doctor. Actually, I just hit her up and let her know that, hey, send me your phone number so that I can try and set up an appointment. She's not, I don't know if she's accepting, I'm checking to see if she's accepting insurance yet. She just started her practice by herself. And so I'm still willing to just go ahead and pay that bill because she's a very great doctor. Very good doctor. So Dr. Williams, if you're hearing this, I am giving you 9 thumbs up. I only have 2, but I can just do like this, you know. But a good question for you guys. At the moment that you got diagnosed, are you still with your neurologist right now? Like that same neurologist? How many of you can say that I'm still with the neurologist and we've been doing great outside of, you know, MS is unpredictable, so anything can happen, but that doctor has been A1 for you. And again, guys, even though, like I said, if you're watching this after it's been recorded and it's not live, and every comment that's to a question that I may have asked, once I see it pop up as an alert, I come back and I reply back to it. So feel free, if you're seeing this after it's being live still, just answering the questions, and I'll definitely reply to it. But let me see how many. I've had 4 neurologists. 4 neurologists. Hey, how you doing? Instagram, Miss Bridget. The title is basically, we're trying to show the importance of why we need to make sure that we have a fitting doctor. And I just got finished asking the question, are you still with the neurologist that diagnosed you? Or for me, my eye doctor was the one that found my MS. It's crazy. I went blind in my right eye, and I just had like I just went to the doctor that 2 months prior. Miss Bridget on Instagram says she's had 6. So Miss Bridget, do you think that the doctor that you have now is Are you okay with that neurologist? Are you good with that? And while I'm waiting for Miss Bridget to answer that question, Miss Phillips on Facebook says, yes, I am still with the neuro who diagnosed me. She took me on after my first lab 7 years ago and final diagnosed me last June after on said optic neuritis. That's how I found out I had MS, optic neuritis, and it still bothers me. Um, with that being said, she saw a few different neurologists before referring to the MS clinic. Um, it was your doctor that suspected it. Miss Phyllis' eye doctor suspected MS, just kind of like how mine was. Miss Bridget says she does enjoy the doctor that she has now. Much better. It's awesome because we have to really be careful. Because if our doctor is not communicating with us and not at least trying to understand where we're coming from, not only can we be prescribed the wrong stuff, not only can we be diagnosed wrong, if their ideal is just coming into work and then leaving, then you're not really in great care. Is that saying something bad about the doctor? I'm not going to say just that. I'm not going to really say that to a degree, but you still have to have some professionalism about yourself when, you know, you have to, I personally have to have a connection. I've talked to some people that are like, I just want my doctor to come in, give me what they need to give me, and go on about their business. You have that. It's to each his own. But still, you have to really think, are you getting any information about what's going on with you with a doctor that comes in and say, hey, how you doing? Let me touch you. Let me hit you a little boom thing. Let me watch you walk. Let me see how your gait going. Okay, well, you need any prescriptions refilled? Okay, all right. Well, I'll see you in 2 more weeks. And then you go ahead and walk out the door. Then you get home and you start hurting, and then and don't let me get on the nurses, because you have some nurses that are like, bruh, can I just talk to the doctor? I see you killing me. Like, doc, do you not know that your nurse is kind of like a handful? Don't want to call anybody out on their names or anything like that. But yeah, it's just hard. It can be very hard. And I know you don't want to just constantly go to neuro after neuro trying to figure out which one, but in a long run, once you find that doctor, it's all worth going and get a second opinion, going to find someone that actually takes the time to listen to what you have to say versus placing something on you. We have a lot of doctors that do that. Oh, I know exactly what's wrong with you. Kind of like some of the doctors that don't think MS causes pain. I've had so many MS warriors sit up here and tell me, my doctor tells me straight in my face, no blanking, that there's no such thing as MS pains. And there for a minute, the neurologist that I was talking about, she stated that for a while it was notated. Don't quote me on the word for word, but she was like, there was a time where they thought that MS didn't cause pain, but now they know. So there are still doctors walking around here with some old books, and I don't know if it's because there's if you're a neurologist and you specialize, we should be, Another question. How many of you are going to a neurologist, but they're not specialized in MS? They're not an MS specialist. I didn't know that was a thing until I started going to an MS specialist. My neurologist that diagnosed me could only treat you, can treat the MS warrior. They were, they were able to treat an MS warrior. She died. She had to, what was it? She was in the process of being becoming a MS specialist. She's an MS specialist now, but I know that neurologists are, able to treat and see a MS patient, but I don't know if they're like can sit up here and say, yeah, you got MS. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. If anybody knows, or if you find that out, by all means, DM me or place it in the comment, because that's a good question. That is one heck of a great question. What's the difference? Let's see if maybe I can find out. I got my computer right here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Probably asked this question right. I don't think I did. Oh, okay. Hey, the difference between a general, let's see. So I'm gonna put this on here. Darn it, it's not gonna let me do it. Ah, that sucks. Let me see. Maybe if I do another window, that might work. Nope. You suck. Oh, ain't that something? Chrome tab. Let's see. All right. Go back to that. All right, so I'm kind of make that bigger. Miss Phillips says that her MS neurologist is very educated and does extensive research on MS, and well as teach at the big university where she stays. And most of the MS neurologists where she lives are on the faculty board with the university. That's cool. And that's Miss Phillips on Facebook, guys, that stated that. And I'm going to tell you the difference. Let me just blow this up a little bit more so that we can see it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read this. The difference between general neurologists and multiple sclerosis specialists is the management of multiple sclerosis patients. The management of multiple sclerosis has become more complicated after the introduction of new diagnostics and treatment options. Despite the abundance of guidelines, the experience of physicians still plays a major role in the management of patients. This study aimed to define differences in behavior patterns between general neurologists and MS specialists. Methods. We conducted a survey. Result of studies found many differences between. There is a difference. Discussions. Let me see. Let's see. So if you just look, I guess if you think about it, pretty much what I am getting from it is that you pretty much had to. It's better to find a doctor that generally looks and has just been taught about MS versus just a standard neurologist that can tell you just a little bit. So and it makes sense because again, specialists. So but I didn't know that until a couple of years ago that there was a difference. As I just thought a neurologist was a neurologist, and the neurologist knew everything that other neurologists knew. So I don't know how many of you guys know that though. And hey, Don. And how many of you are actually going? You're actually seeing a neurologist, MS specialist. You know, like your neurologist is a MS specialist. I don't know how many of you guys know that. And again, not saying anything about your general neurologist and that they might not know anything, because if you have a doctor that is willing to go look and research, definitely after you come to them with something that's pickled them and they say, well, let me get back with you. I like hearing that. You know, don't have me say something and then you send me off and I see this look on your face like you got the slightest idea what's going on, and I know you're not going to give me a call back when you find something, or you just may not even try and find anything. You're just going to go ahead and let me hang myself, basically. I don't like that. So that goes right back. That coincides with, is your doctor a great fit for you? And don't be scared to sit and say, actually, I had to do that. I was kind of nervous with my neurologist when I transferred to Dr. Williams. Someone was telling me, hey, Dr. Williams is a great doctor. And again, not to say anything about the neurologist that I had then, it's just we were not connecting. I appreciate him putting me on to Sabri when he did, because I was on Copaxone and Copaxone did not work for me. So, you know, he was like, we got to pull out the big guns. I can't sit up here and say he was right about that. Copaxone was kind of like a miracle drug for me at the moment. It kind of helped me get some part of normalcy, not my past life, something that we're going to talk more about this season. Forgetting about our past life and trying to get back to normalcy, something normal. Which I know a lot of people figure, you know, my past life is normal. No, normalcy, like where I'm able to do something that I'm comfortable and proud of myself, instead of trying to just hinder myself and kick myself while I'm down already due to MS, which is something that we have to stop doing. We have to take every little small triumph that we do and make it big, versus looking at the fact that, oh, I'm not my old self anymore. And that also plays a great part in when you have the right doctor. The right doctor is going to motivate you to get out of that funk. Miss Carter on Facebook stated Copaxone for her was a Band-Aid. I don't even think it was a Band-Aid for me. It was a placebo. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, it was a placebo. I segued like quickly into the second stage. And it wasn't until I started, I went from walking to my face started drooping, to this eye was jumping, this lip, when I talk, it would be spasming like this. And my brother was like, dude, I ain't used to seeing you like this. I went from walking to a cane to a walker to my ex-wife helping me get into the car. It was crazy. It was crazy. So but we're gonna go ahead and end the show, guys. Both anybody watching on Facebook or Instagram, if there's a topic or any information you would like for me to dig deep in, or if you would like to be a guest on the show, we do still allow guests on the show. Even if you're wanting to be a guest on Instagram, you should be able to hear the person talk. On Facebook, guys, you may not see their face. Now, the only upside of being a guest on, well, no, let me take that back. Because if you're on Instagram and you're wanting to be a guest, you're still going to be a guest on Facebook, because I'm going to send a link out to you. But it goes with Instagram. Tuesday, I post the recording from Facebook on YouTube. So if there was a guest and that you may hear, and you wanting to see who they were and whatnot, so you want to go to the YouTube channel ICanBeatMS and watch that from there as well. But if you guys have any questions, any like topics that you want for me to hit on, even if it's topics that I've already hit on, because there is going to be another recap of sex with MS. I am going to tackle marijuana again, Facebook. And I'm not telling people to go and smoke it, but I'm just letting them know there's like levels to that stuff. Stress, definitely. Family, support. Those are some of the titles I'm going to revisit. Because you have people that are newly diagnosed. Some of the episodes, things have changed from the information that I provided on those episodes, and they're periodically always changing. So I just want to be up to date and give out some more information about it, especially about the sex part, because on Facebook, I'm coming across some of the groups that I'm in. A lot of people are asking, are you guys still having sex? Are you having problems with sex? Can you even have sex? And a lot of men don't verbalize this, but me personally, for years, I had problems with ED, erectile deficient, where it'd go up, won't come up, can't do it. So with a lot of men, that's like a security issue that they can't talk about. And it'll be nice if I can get more men to speak up on what's going on with them. And I think that's the only reason why women are being diagnosed versus men. It's just not a lot of men are speaking out about them being diagnosed, even going to the doctor to find out if they've got multiple sclerosis. So again, guys, I totally appreciate it. And until next Monday, peace.